Welcome to a very special episode of DashBored. We are live from Hagerty Social. Is that what it's called? Hagerty Social?
Garage and Social.
Garage and Social. I should have probably practiced that first, but that's not not the end of the world, I suppose. Sorry, fellas.
For the first Autostrada Cars and Coffee event of the season.
Correct. April 27th.
A beautiful day. Last year's, I don't think any of us made it, but I know that it was pouring rain and cold.
I don't remember. Is that actually true?
Yeah.
It was horrible weather.
Well, we're inside. It's I'm getting the pungent stink of V8. There's a smell. It's coming off the back of that pickup truck over there. There's definitely a smell.
Yeah. Brand new F-150 Shelby.
Yeah. There's tons of people here. We got here nice and early. Crowds were at the gate. People standing there already.
Yep.
It's a little crazy. Our intent today is to kind of give you a picture of what's sitting around and some of the people we like who are walking by. We're going to wave them down.
We've seen some friends.
Yeah, lots of friends. And speaking of one of those very good friends, he just wandered up. He's standing here. Everybody, Adam. Say hi.
Hello, Adam.
We can
Good
hear you
morning.
perfectly.
I've never met a microphone I don't like.
Tell us what you drove here.
So today I drove a 1989 Porsche 944 S2, 74,000 kilometers, principally all original, just lowered a little bit, and a wonderful car to drive. It's probably the lowest horsepower car here at 208 horsepower.
Right, okay.
But-
There are some heavy hitters in the parking
There's
lot.
definitely
But a lot of fun.
Great. It's a momentum car. Once you get going, you keep your foot into that thing, and that car's been driven to Florida and back, and just a wonderful car. It's not my daily, but I certainly could drive it every day. I just don't have the back for it anymore.
And am I mistaken? I think you drove that all the way to the Florida in the winter too, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
okay.
March of 23 with my daughter.
Yeah.
Nice.
We blew one DME relay, which, if you know the car, is normal.
Okay.
I had two in the glove box, fixed it in a Dunkin' Donut parking lot, and for about 3 minutes I was God level to my daughter, who could
Right.
not believe
Nice.
Okay.
that I actually fixed it.
Right. Now, did you eat one of those really stiff donuts they try to sell? The stuff that, did you go in?
We stopped at 17 Dunkin' Donuts.
Nice.
In 2 days, mostly for my daughter, but
Right. Okay.
we did count and photograph it.
Right.
Nice.
And I recall seeing pictures of the car. I think it was actually quite dirty because I know you. You're a fastidious type. You'd get along well with Sean here.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, You two are both
That's a word
cut
we
from
like
the same
to.
cloth.
Yeah.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, that word's been used a lot lately.
Yes. Yeah.
Listen, I mean, fastidious is kind. Some have called me obsessive compulsive.
Right.
Others have called me high maintenance. But yeah, I keep my cars a certain way, and it's just something that I find incredibly therapeutic and enjoyable. And it's a great way to keep these cars preserved for the next road trip.
Totally.
Yeah.
And the car looks killer out there because your tires look.
Yeah.
I genuinely had a guy come over to me who knows me who said, "Is this car like has it been restored?" And I was like, "I'm not actually sure. I think he's just keeping it really, really, really clean."
truth be told, the car, when I bought it, it's interesting because I bought it from FAF. They had resprayed the front end, base clear. The back end of that car, so from the front doors back, was single-stage paint.
Okay.
And they did that because of road rash and stone chips and whatnot. But if you're a guy like me with said disease, OCD,
Right.
you can't have a car that's a unicorn, half base clear, half single stage.
Yes.
So I was able to work with FAF Auto Works and arrange for the back end of the car from the roof down to be resprayed.
Okay.
Two-stage.
Okay. Got it.
Nice.
Okay.
So the roof line, the roof itself, because of the sunroof, that's actually original paint,
Right.
single stage.
Okay.
The rest of the body of the car has been glass out, restored, repainted, fully PPF by C17 Auto,
Yeah.
and of course ceramic coated about 30 times by me.
And arguably, I think we can all agree it looks like a showroom car.
It
killer.
looks stunning.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah,
does.
Absolutely beautiful. And the wheels are the original wheels.
Those are the original
Yeah.
T90s
Yeah.
with Conti Extreme Sports on. They're 16-inch wheels. It's got a 3.5-inch sidewall.
Think
So
of the
that car-
ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the ultimate momentum cruiser. And
Yeah.
listen, on the ride, here's a pro tip. On the ride down to Florida, Kylie was using Waze, and it tells you where every police car is for
Right.
miles.
Yes. Yes.
So the combination of Waze and a good set of eyes, hers, not mine, and we were doing 160, 165 kilometers the whole way down.
Wow.
Nice.
Right.
Wow, that's good.
Maybe we'll consider editing that out. We're not sure. We can't condone that kind of thing, although we all appreciate it.
We all appreciate it.
We've all done it.
Yeah, we've all done it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I refuse to. I'm not.
90 miles an hour in many parts of I-75 is not unheard
Yeah.
of. That's,
Is that 90 miles an hour?
Well, it's 100.
I mean, that's the
but-
speed limit in
Right.
Wyoming. So
But in
There you
a
go.
35-plus-year-old car, that's awesome.
Sorry, guys. We occasionally have some background noise from a very large V8 pickup truck. It's off now. Comes and goes.
So, Adam, for the uninitiated, this is a little bit out of my wheelhouse in terms of generation, but it's a 2-liter or 2.3-liter. What? It's a
The
4-cylinder.
3-liter 4-cylinder.
Oh, okay.
A big displacement. Puts out 208 horsepower.
208. Okay.
The S2 is the turbo body of the 944.
Right.
Without the turbos.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
you don't have any of the heat dissipation issues that the turbo models had.
Right.
You lose the horsepower, so you
Right.
lose about 40 horsepower.
Right. Right.
But because of that displacement,
Yeah.
it's got so much momentum and power when you need it.
Low-end grunt,
interesting.
too.
Okay.
with a big
Not
displacement.
low-end grunt, but it's got once you're in the higher RPM range, 3,500 and above,
Yeah.
you put your foot into it, it goes. It just goes. And it doesn't redline until 6,800. So
Yeah. Okay.
that
yeah,
car,
pretty good.
it feels a lot faster
Right.
than it is.
And it's
it
back
does
in
not, it does not sound like that Shelby behind me.
No, it's not.
It's also back in the generation, probably before Porsche started lengthening gears and making things.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you have nice short gears, I would gather, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
you
it'll
get
pull.
that car in fifth gear and you put your foot down at 3,000 RPM and you're doing 120, you'll do 150 before you know it.
Right.
It really goes. But what's the thing is with the combination of the big engine for the size, for the displacement,
Yeah. Yeah.
coupled with how low you're sitting and the 16-inch tires,
Yeah.
you feel like you're driving a go-kart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also you
Oh,
have a
that's
nice
nice.
long hood in front of you, which is very I like that. That's always a cool.
yeah.
Yeah, although when we had the headlights on,
Uh huh.
meaning popped up,
Yes.
they are bug catchers.
Yeah. I can see
But
that.
of course,
Yeah.
you have the headlights PPF'd as well.
I do.
So he can use the spray clean and
Yeah.
just give him a.
I do.
Because I got to figure headlight technology from those days. The more bugs that are on it,
Yeah.
you're probably going to notice it.
Oh, I would
Yeah.
assume so.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that car even has wiper nozzles
Oh, really?
for the headlights.
Okay.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
And, it's funny. We were driving in the winter. So we left in March, the first day, and Kylie is adjusting her seat, and she comes across a button on the side of the seat down below and says, "Dad, what does this button do?" And I said, "I'm doing 140 kilometers an hour.
can't look."
I can't look. Just flip the button and tell me what it does."
Right.
2 minutes later, she says, "Holy moly, Dad, my ass is burning."
Oh,
wow.
Heated seats
Wow.
still work.
Wow, interesting.
1989.
Wow.
That would have
that's
been loaded
interesting.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, this big spec car for the day.
You got to
Yeah.
punch that. Have you got the VIN? Like you must have looked up all the original
I
order
did.
and all
Oh,
that
for
stuff.
sure.
Okay, yeah. That would
I
have been
actually
really
tried to
interesting.
contact the original owner. He's a dentist in Toronto.
Okay.
Didn't take my call, but I did try.
Yeah, yeah.
And I sent his office pictures of the car.
Oh.
It's a lot better looking than when I bought it. It was rough. Actually wasn't rough. It just needed some love.
Right.
And over the course of 3 years, we've transformed it into what it is today.
I love
Very
that.
nice.
I love it.
So
It's-
knowing the cars that you have, what made you buy this one?
Nostalgia. Just as I get older, when I grew up in Los Angeles, my neighbor had a 1983 944S. I would wash that car for her for $5.
Nice.
And she would let me drive it from her driveway to my driveway as a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
And it was automatic. And when I saw this car, it was all about nostalgia, coupled with, the value of these cars is not anywhere near a 911, so it was very affordable. And I just called my brother one day and said, "David, you're not going to believe, but I found a 944. I'm going to buy it." I didn't realize that my brother, who ultimately I would have bought the car for, is 6'5" and doesn't fit in the car. So I now have a car that.
I feel like that car looked spacious inside. It's definitely not, eh?
Listen, it's got a low roof line, so if you're 6'5", you're staring
Interesting.
into the windshield cowl.
Right. I love that. I mean, that's the perfect sort of, like you said, like that. I mean, we've talked about sort of our origin stories or what got you into things, and I mean, you just washing this car, floods back memories, and then you got to have one later. It's great.
I mean, listen, it's the same thing I feel about a Volkswagen GTI. I wasn't allowed to get one as a young man. My parents said hard no, too small, too fast. 40 years later, I bought my first Volkswagen GTI.
I love that.
Just because. And now when I see my mom, God love her, I take her for a spin in the GTI just because it brings back memories of when she used to say no.
This is perfect. Adam and I are cut from the same cloth.
Yes,
We
yes,
didn't know
there's no
this.
question.
Last week we were talking about I might be getting into a new Golf R, and GTI is a close runner-up because they're just fantastic.
They're great. I mean, they're, for the money, these are cars that out of the box are fabulous cars. They're great daily drivers. They're great all-season drivers.
Yep.
And for me, it's about nostalgia. Like, let's be honest, as I get older, I want more of the past. I want analog. My 992 GT3, I sold after a year. Every time I got in that car, and no offense to Porsche, it beeped at me. Something was being updated. Something non-mechanical.
Yeah.
Digital was annoying me.
Yeah.
To the point where it took away from the driving experience. So to get into a 944, where I have 3 pedals, where I have switches, dials, and gauges.
Yeah.
It's incredibly, it feels retro, it feels tactile, and you're connected to the car. And we all drive aggressively from time to time. I love those experiences.
Yep.
I don't commit to that stuff on the internet.
It's official.
He's
He's
so
diagnosed.
responsible.
He has the diagnosis. He's a member. He's a member of the community. There's
Right,
no question.
right. And did you? I don't know if you spotted it, but a very specific anecdote for you. I shined the wheels on the Cayenne. Did you see it outside?
I was going to go inspect it. I was actually going to go add another layer just for your drive home.
Yeah, it was a bit of a drive. We had to get here in 90 minutes. So.
But I'm proud of you. I was proud to acknowledge that on Instagram.
Right,
so well
right.
done.
Yes,
Well
I made
done.
sure you were tagged.
And by the way, I just have to say this: one of the highlights for me, my daughter, is Kaleidoscope. We're looking forward to it. I love the fact that you guys are bringing together a passionate community, people who are there not only for one another but to support the brand, but also support the cause. And I think what you guys are doing is amazing.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that very much.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, you too. You too.
Yeah,
and,
Enjoy wandering around. We're sure you're going to be
keep the
chatting with
shiny
everybody.
side up. Okay?
Yeah, something like that. Thanks, man. Have a good day.
Appreciate it.
See you later. Let's talk about the display of things that are in here. Who wants to go down, or what we've seen? Who wants to? What's the winner so far for you? Outside, inside, I don't care. Hit us with the winner.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, we were all here last
Yeah.
Christmas. Was it fall?
Yeah, sometime around
The
that.
toy
yeah,
drive.
yeah.
So I've seen some of these before, and I saw a couple things that stood out. One, we talked about a Mini, I think last episode. There's a little Mini GP over here.
Yes,
which is a cool car. I quite like in the back, there is a black Jaguar XF. What would the
Yeah.
Four-door car?
big coupe be?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is next.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
two-door car.
Oh, two-door.
Two-door.
Sorry. Okay.
Big hood, big V8, silver wheels. I can't see the whole thing, but
Okay.
I really do dig that.
You dig it from the back quarter. What about outside, Sean? What's your winner? There's a lot of hot metal out there.
Well, I mean, you got to mention there's 2 STs out there, one of which is an extremely special
enough.
car.
Yeah.
To the top.
Now, is it exactly to my liking? Not exactly, but I'll say Dylan and I were looking at how would you describe that green-colored McLaren?
It's like
the
a
one that
really
was-
light Mamba.
Yeah,
Oh, I was thinking it's like
that.
Peridot a little bit.
Yeah,
though.
okay,
Yeah,
Mamba.
but
I
not
know the
as
one.
like. Yeah, I would say it's really light,
Yeah.
sparkly Mamba.
New Artura, which I think
Oh,
looked
yeah, so
fantastic.
cool. Yeah.
I really like that car.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were commenting on. I didn't know that. I thought full EVs only got EV plates. I didn't know that like
Hybrid?
hybrid.
Yeah, because
got 'em.
Arturo would be a hybrid.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
okay,
It has
okay.
all electric range. And,
Right,
And
okay.
he's got a GV, you
I
can use the
honestly
HOV
never even
lane.
noticed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Michael?
I love that Aston out there, Vantage.
Yes.
That green, that color is beautiful.
Gorgeous green.
Gorgeous. It's a new model.
Was
late
it a
model.
Vantage? I don't even know. I
Yeah.
don't know
It's
all the Astons.
The brand new V8 Vantage.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
Okay.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
The color just pops. I don't know what it's called, but it's a nice bright green.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna assume it's just like some kind of Aston Martin racing green.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it looks the
it's
part.
called Formula Race or something like that. We'll
Sean
we'll
would
post
know
a
that.
picture.
I
Yeah.
believe that. He
It's
would
a
actually
stunning
know that.
car.
I've been
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
configurator. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, there's a couple of 355 Ferraris out there. I don't know if you
Yes.
saw them.
Yep.
Those are
Beautiful.
very nice.
Yeah, that's my style for sure. Lots of nice stuff.
Yeah. I thought I don't know anything about Ferraris, but I thought there's a red, maybe Pista convertible, something out here? Is that
No.
what it is?
Oh, that's a 488, I think.
Yeah, I think
It's
so
a
too.
really beautiful
Yes.
red with the gold wheels. The color of that red
Yep.
is so deep and so gorgeous. And then as an immediate follow-up to that, I don't see them very often. It might be the second time in my life. There's a Lexus LFA here.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
shout.
you
I
never
forgot
see
about
those.
that.
Super
Yep.
cool.
Black, gorgeous car.
Yeah, black over what looked like maybe like an ivory interior.
To be honest, I don't even think I saw it inside.
You were so distracted by the exterior?
Yeah.
I've never seen one driving in black. When he was pulling through the parking lot, I could see, because the sun was so bright, I think what I could see was the carbon weave in the body of the car. Like,
Oh,
I think
wow.
Oh, really?
I've never seen one that close, but I'm pretty sure I could see it. It was interesting. I've never
How you guys
I've
doing?
never really seen it before. It's I thought it was an interesting car. I've only ever seen one before. I think it was white. So
Yep.
black really stands out.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know what they're worth now. I mean, are they $1 million car?
Million and
More?
a half?
I don't know. Is that what
You
it
know
is?
what? I
I
have
think
no
so.
idea, but
Yeah,
that
I remember
sounds-
they jumped quick to $1 million.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember they
Didn't
were
work after
ignored
that.
forever.
Yeah.
They were. They couldn't sell them.
Yeah.
when they were new.
A quick story that when I started dating my wife, which is back 13 years ago, her family's from Vancouver, and we went out there, and her dad proceeded to tell me he knew the guy that owned the local Lexus dealer in
Yep.
Vancouver,
Yep.
and that he had 2 of them on the floor, and he couldn't get rid of them. They were just sitting there, like they were. I think they might have been asking $400,000 new.
Yep,
Okay.
that's
but,
right.
But they couldn't get rid of them, and they were trying to clear them out. I remember he asked me, "Do you think I should buy one?" And I was like, "No, like it's a paperweight. Don't touch it."
Can you imagine
But now-
getting a discounted LFA? in
Exactly.
And then
2000?
now looking at
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
probably
know.
easily could have.
Oh yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Yeah.
But what about you, Dylan? What are your likes out
I
there?
mean, I can't turn down the all black Ford GT.
Yes.
The new one.
I
Got
didn't
it.
even see it.
Oh, it's
Oh,
right
it's
there.
right-
It's
yeah.
it's so beautiful. I love
Oh.
that car.
Okay.
It is stunning.
We
Um,
could
It's
We're
look
talking
good
the
in
new
that,
one, like a
Dylan.
current
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, very
okay,
current.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
We could
Okay.
turn Dylan on his side and shove him through the buttress. He was talking about the.
Yeah.
Oh,
I might
I
have to
see.
shed a few
Is
pounds.
it your first time
but-
seeing one?
No.
Okay,
no.
okay.
I just all the time.
Right, okay.
And we
yeah,
had
yeah.
that Shelby again.
So yeah,
That's
I think
okay.
what they're trying to do over here is demonstrate the kill switch.
Yes,
It's
it
a
does.
security-
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why they started up, shut it down. I think they're going to start it up 2 more times here because
That's okay.
what
Comes and
seems to be
goes.
the
That's
pattern.
okay. Yeah, yeah. Got to share the free space. They gave us this space for free. We should be fair.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
We're happy to be here. Lots of people milling about. Okay, give us your
yeah,
outside car of the show. So far.
The Atura color is really nice.
Yeah.
It is cool. We were discussing earlier, you can't buy an ugly McLaren, which
Okay.
I think you can buy a model of every other brand and have an ugly one.
I would agree with that.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Hot
that
take
that
with
felt like
Bill.
a Sean comment. Is
It
that
did actually. didn't
That's a
Yeah,
hot
it
take,
did
yeah.
feel that way.
Yeah.
Unless it's a little bit of diligence, I'm not sure. We're going to keep forcing that through.
That's quite the term.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Eventually, there's going to be an episode called Diligence, and you're just going to spout.
Just buy it.
Deep
That's what
thoughts.
I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you. Just buy it and figure it out later. And if you got to sell it, you sell it.
Right.
Don't buy things you can't resell.
I don't
you
see
go.
a lot of McLarens around, but every time I'm near one, I do think they're really good-looking cars.
Yep.
They are.
I'm with you on your thoughts there. Are they supposed to make an SUV?
There's continue to be rumors, but
I don't think that. The Aston one really hasn't gone over well. So why would you get in that market?
yeah. Although
I don't know.
I
Don't they
think
sell a lot of those?
I think
I
it's
don't even
picking
know.
up steam. I think
Are
it
they?
is now. Yeah.
Okay. I see quite a few of them pounding around in the highway on the 407 and stuff.
I will say though, I surprisingly like the Martini GT3 RS out there.
Yep.
That was
Okay.
a nice
Looking
one.
car.
Yeah, yeah.
I was surprised about how much I like that livery. I wouldn't have it.
This is the one with the blue wheels?
Yeah.
The one that's
yeah,
out there?
Indigo
Okay.
wheels,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Has a cool looking blue roll cage in it.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some real
Mike?
highlights.
Mike, what do you got?
I had that Aston.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
the Aston.
yeah. I like the 911 50th out there, the black one.
Good car.
Yeah, very
I
nice
just
car.
like those because they're sort of under the radar classy.
Yeah.
PDK
Popular,
car, was
though.
that?
I think it's a PDK. I didn't actually look inside.
Yeah.
I think the car's special enough that I don't actually care that much about it.
I think as for
Yeah,
what,
that's
what that car is, PDK suits it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's certainly not a drawback from my perspective. That
As
way.
I've said this before, I'm on dangerous ground, but I'm getting more and more interested in black cars, and the black 911 is attracting my attention these days.
Yep.
Even though I know they're more common than some of the other things.
Sure.
What is with you guys going to the black cars?
I don't know.
I don't know if you guys have really thought this through.
No, I'm not
saying
buying
there,
one.
isn't there?
Oh,
Yes.
come on, Michael.
I think that's true.
Gear down there, big rig. Get it back in your pants. Oh boy. Yeah, lots of people milling about, I'd say. Good crowd here.
It's getting busy, for sure.
I did ask our friend Lucas, who's hosting this event, what number of people or cars they thought they might see, and his estimation was 500 to 600.
Cars
Yeah.
are people.
Yeah, well, I mean, the cars, the lineup is relentless
It's
outside.
way
I
down.
mean, there's cars all down the street. We're just seeing a friend of ours walk by. We might get him on to say hi, but he's got to come back past. We'll catch him on the way back through.
Maybe what we could and should do is we'll pause this.
Anybody want to wave him in? Just wave him in.
Yeah, well, hang on. I'm going to go
pause
grab
this and
somebody.
We'll
Just hang on.
stitch it back together, and
Yeah.
we'll
That's
get
what we'll do.
get our guest on. Take a 5-minute recess.
Okay, hang on. We're back. We've caught Oscar from Das Parts?
Das Parts.
Das Parts. We
Welcome.
know you. Yes, welcome. We saw you wandering by. You stood out. We said we like his sweater. It's got what appears to be a nice 3D rendering of his GT3 on there. His 991.2 wing car GT3. To
Yes,
get
sir.
really nerdy on the Porsche level.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Tell us about your business, because everybody probably knows your business, but we don't. We have never had you on, so tell us about it.
So my business is Das Parts.
Yeah.
I'm a new and used Volkswagen and Audi parts specialist, and we just moved out to St. Mary's, Ontario.
Okay.
What makes us unique from your average parts store is not only that we specialize in VW Audi stuff, so we know your car, we know the common issues, we know the common fixes, we know all the specifics that you wish that the guy at the parts store knows. We offer used parts as well. And we don't just offer used parts by going to the local wreckers and giving you something and hoping it's good. We take apart our own cars. All of our used parts come exclusively from cars that we dismantle on site. We do extensive testing of everything that we sell. Yeah. We offer great warranty with everything that we sell. And a used part saves you a ton of money. I know it's not something that everybody needs, but for a lot of people, if you've got, let's say, a daily driver winter car and your alternator goes out on you and it's $1,000 for a new alternator, but hey, not only can I get you that same new alternator for $800, I've also got a used one on the shelf for $200. That makes a really big difference right before Christmas for anybody's wallet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that does
absolutely.
make a big difference.
You practiced that pitch.
I got a great elevator pitch.
That was solid, man.
It's not even that, though. There's so many different applications for used parts that people don't think about. Collision repair, rust repair.
Yeah.
It's simply just getting a used car off of Facebook Marketplace and, hey, the cup holder's broken. Hey, the glove box has a big scratch in it.
Yeah.
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 Used parts go a long way, and it's recycling like anything else. And in today's world where we need to reduce, reuse, and recycle more than ever before, it's another way of doing it. A lot of traditional auto wreckers send an entire car to the metal yard, just crush it straight up,
Right,
throw everything
right,
out.
right,
and
right.
that's waste. They can't recycle nearly as effectively when they're doing that versus us. We take the car down to its core components, everything gets separated, metal goes to metal, copper goes to copper, and good parts
Wow.
go back onto good cars.
Wow.
That's great. Wow.
That's how long have you been doing that now?
I am... I started November 2013.
Okay.
So I am just over 11 years into it now.
Wow.
And
Congratulations,
we've gone through
man.
a lot of changes with the company, but I think the version that we're going to now is going to be the best. Like anything, you have to grow with your surroundings.
Yeah. So tell us about your clients. Is the average client the home mechanic, or is the average client a repair shop or somebody buying those parts?
They are 50-50 down
Okay.
the middle.
Yeah, okay.
We have a lot of people that like to save some money and work on their own vehicles, or people that are at-home mechanics that work on their neighbors' vehicles or their friends' vehicles or their family's vehicles.
Right.
But we also sell not only to a whole ton of independent repair shops, we sell to Volkswagen dealerships all the time as well, because they recognize the value in our parts versus a junkyard part.
Wow.
Our engines come with a compression test, with an oil pressure test, with a detailed list of every seal and gasket they're going to need to replace.
Wow.
Right.
You buy an engine from the junkyard, some guy is taking the whole thing out with a pair of cutters and a torch, and you don't know what you're getting. So there's a huge value difference there.
And are you shipping across Canada? Or across North America?
Across Canada for
Okay.
freight shipping right now, although
Yeah.
we are working on getting freight shipping into North America.
Okay, yeah.
And then regular parcels are across North America. The only things we haven't figured out good shipping methods yet are large body panels, because everything we've tried ends up getting damaged. So we're
Okay.
Yeah,
we're
yeah, okay.
constantly working on ways to ship body panels in a way that they don't get damaged to expand that market as well.
Right. It's not easy. I live my life in shipping too. It's not easy.
Hey,
Stuff
there's a
gets
really
beat up.
fine line
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
shipping a $300 door for $400 in shipping.
Yes.
You know what
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if a like to your point about 50-50 split, like if you bring your car into a Volkswagen and they determine that you need a new engine, they're going to quote you what the factory replacement cost is, and then they might say, or we could maybe source you a used one and it's going to be half the price. They're going to come to you then potentially and get
That's
that engine.
correct. I have
Yeah.
a lot of dealers that contact me directly saying, we have a customer with XYZ car. Do
Yep.
you have any engines for it? And I'll
Yep.
send them a list of what we have and what kind of condition it's in. And sometimes they take it, sometimes they don't.
Right.
So, and if we walked into your business, we would see racking and shelves of headlights and engines and transmissions, all sort of just.
That's correct,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
What we're doing right now, we're setting up the new location, and we're going to be offering tours to anybody that asked so that they can actually see where the cars come apart, where the parts get processed, where
Right.
the parts get stored, how they get stored, so that they've got a very clear, very transparent idea of what they're getting, where they're getting it from, what kind of environment it's taken apart in, what kind of environment it's tested in. And it's just putting a lot of transparency into an industry that's got a reputation of being shady, got
Yep.
a reputation of being seedy. We're taking that away from it.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Th-
Well,
yeah,
Sean's
I-
got an Audi that's getting older, so
Well,
Maybe.
I was just saying. My next question. Like, do you do? I mean, it's Das Auto, but is it VW AG? Do you do Audi, or is it just Volkswagen?
Volkswagen and Audi right now.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
We do a lot for both.
Yeah.
We are looking at expanding into Porsche within the next 5 years. That is the 5-year goal.
Right.
We built our own custom website inventory management. So if you go online to dasparts.ca, you can shop and browse used parts from your couch at home, which is something that
Wow, that's
you
impressive.
couldn't do with anything else.
Amazing. Yeah.
And how many
It's amazing,
SKUs
man.
are we talking, Oscar?
yeah.
In excess of 10,000 as of right
Wow. Okay.
awesome.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And more are being added every day.
So you guys built that management system
We
overnight.
built that all ourselves.
Wow.
Definitely overnight. Definitely didn't take several years, several iterations, and several
just woke up
companies.
and it was there.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Wow,
now
that's impressive.
now tell us about your car because you have a maybe
Actually,
short
I have a
Porsche history,
question
but you
before we
okay.
get off this.
Yeah.
What got you into this?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm sorry. I
Like,
should have
it's
asked
a-
that.
it's a niche market.
It's the most rudimentary thing possible. I had a car and I needed parts for it. I found myself going to the junkyard, crawling through the mud to find the parts for my own car.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there in the mud looking at other parts on cars. I'm like, hey, this is worth a ton of money. So I took home my part and another part, sold the other part, and it paid for my part. And I'm like,
Look at
hey,
that.
there
I
might
can
be
do
a
this.
Ah,
business here.
good on you.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then when I had my mom's garage full of car parts that I was selling on Facebook Marketplace from the junkyard, I rented a small, I don't even want to call it a shop. I rented a one-car garage from someone else so that my mom could have her garage back.
Right.
And it just kept building from there.
Wow.
Look
Like
that.
most
Hey.
good businesses, they start in a garage.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. And that was all out of Cambridge, right?
Yeah,
Is that where
that
you
all
were?
started
Okay.
in Kitchener, Cambridge area.
Okay,
We moved
yeah.
around there a couple
Yeah.
times.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when it came to purchasing property, the property values over the last 5 years have gone up so much in Cambridge, we kind of got priced out of that market. But we
Yeah.
found a home in St. Mary's that has everything that we need. We talked about it a lot before making the commitment, and
Yeah.
we decided that a lot of our market's going to online.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
also introducing a delivery model. Our physical location isn't as important as it once was.
Sure.
Right. Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
really good.
That's a good question. I'm sorry I didn't think about that question. You practiced that. Both of
A
you
long
guys. Did you
time.
have a meeting before we?
Yes, meeting of the minds. Yes.
Okay, tell us about because we're looking at your. I know your car, but the listeners don't.
Okay.
So give us your brief Porsche history because I believe you had cars before the GT3.
I've had a lot of cars. I've
Yeah,
got being a Volkswagen guy,
Yes.
I've got a long Volkswagen history, and I
Yes.
still own numerous Volkswagens.
Yes.
Believe
Is
it-
your do you have a Spectrum car? I can't remember.
I do have a Spectrum car.
Okay, so what's the name of the color?
91 blue.
91
Oh.
blue, which is the same that our friend Brad had, I think, right? Didn't Brad have a 91 blue Spectrum?
It's quite a bright.
To be
blue.
honest
Yeah.
with you, I
It's
don't
a
know.
very bright blue. It's
Yeah.
very similar to the Porsche Miami blue, although
Yes.
parked
Right.
side by
Yeah.
side, there is a difference.
Right. Okay. Okay. So that you got that. You got a diesel Cayenne. I know that.
Yes.
Yes. What else?
I've also got a 96 Golf Harlequin, which is the most rare car that I
Nice.
own.
Right.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
That
yeah,
thing's
yeah.
got a really cool story behind it. We pulled it up out of a junkyard, no engine, no nothing. The car had been sitting for over a decade in terrible condition. It's now got a 3.6 liter VR6 in it. It
course.
screams.
Oh, nice.
It's
Yeah.
roadworthy, but still needs more work to legally be driven on the road, but it's getting there. It's a project like
That's
any
good.
other.
Okay. And then you had, I think, didn't you get a Cayman maybe or something in the?
We
in the-
had a Cayman,
Okay.
although some lady decided that texting and driving was more important than our Cayman, so
Ah.
that's gone, unfortunately.
How long did you manage to have that before that?
2 months and 2,000 kilometers, and my
No.
lovely wife was sitting at a red light on a beautiful sunny day, minding her business, and a Mercedes SUV plowed into the back of it at 50 kilometers an
That's
hour
brutal.
with no brake pedal in sight.
Oh
No.
boy. Okay. So the car wasn't going anywhere after that.
No, the car had in excess of $40,000 in damage, and
right, okay.
even though insurance wanted to fix it, I told them I'm not
Yeah,
taking
not a
a
chance.
$40,000 hit on a 2-month-old
No,
car.
exactly.
No.
Did you manage to buy the car back from them and strip the parts?
Uh,
I don't. It seemed like a logical.
Yeah,
You know
actually.
what? I personally wanted to buy the car back from
Yeah.
the auction and fix it so that we
Oh.
could have the car at a massive discount.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't let me. Her trauma from the accident
Okay.
and from everything
That's fair.
was
Yeah,
at
that's
that
fair.
point.
That's fair.
And then the car actually didn't end up selling right away at auction. It ended up getting kind of moved around that auction lot for several months, and in the turn of it, it acquired more damage. So
Okay.
we kind of decided that we were going to cut our losses and we weren't going to deal with that.
Right. Okay. So then you ended up in this, as your namesake sweater shows, you ended up in a 991.2 GT3 wing car.
Exactly.
Okay. Tell us about it. The spec.
So it's agate gray in color, which was not our first choice. We were after a car that was a color, but finding a 3-pedal .2 GT3 for sale is very
Hard to
difficult.
do.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Finding
yeah.
one in a good spec is even more difficult.
Sure.
And for us, spec means a lot. There were certain things we wanted. We wanted buckets. We wanted PCCBs. We
Yeah.
wanted extended leather. We wanted a car that was really well optioned.
Yep. Yep.
Funny enough, we were looking at a car in British Columbia and talking to them and getting pictures, and it didn't have some of the options we wanted, but like, we're thinking about it. It might be a bit rougher around the edges.
Yeah.
Overrev came back negative, which was not great. And then this car came up at a local Porsche store. We went to go see it, thinking, you know what, we just want to look at it because the car in BC is a flight away. This is a drive away.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, you got nothing to lose.
Exactly, nothing to lose. The spec was so good. The car was so well maintained. Everything was so clean. We just decided that was the car.
Yeah.
The
And that-
color was the only thing that wasn't our first choice, but it grew on us.
No, it looks good.
Yeah.
And then you bought that. Was that last year?
That was last year, June, I believe.
Okay. How many miles? Because you're driving it. So how many miles have you
Yeah,
piled on?
almost 6,000. In fact, probably going to cross 6,000 kilometers today.
Good
since
on
June
you.
of
Nice.
last year.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. And you
That's
changed
awesome.
the wheels because you
Yes.
definitely changed the wheels. They were black before, I think.
Yeah, I've had factory black wheels. Now
Okay.
has a 2-piece VT Forge wheel, which I got to shout out VT Forge as a company because we were looking for a really specific wheel, really specific setup, didn't know if it would work with the PCCBs, and oh wow, that's loud.
Our
Comes
friends
and
are
goes.
back.
It comes and goes.
Yeah, they're going to do it 2 more times.
Yeah.
The owner there at VT Forge, he talked us through it. He helped us figure out offsets. He helped us make sure we are going to have the wheel clearance we needed. Help us figure out we are going to have the fitment we needed
Yeah.
because with some camber, the stock wheels just sit so far in on that car. It's
Right.
not aesthetic. We wanted it to have a nice fitment.
Yeah, it looks dynamite. They look sort of almost like a multi-spoke BBS type wheel. That's what they
Correct.
look like to me. I don't know what
Yeah,
they're called, but
essentially it's a, I don't want to say a knockoff, but it's a reiteration of a multi-spoke
Yeah.
BBS
Yeah.
wheel, but it's
Yeah.
a more modern take on it, and there's not a 10-year waiting time to get a set. if
Yeah,
you want.
that's
No,
fair.
and,
Yeah.
and you said camber, but have you lowered that car?
We've lowered it to the lowest that the factory alignment lets us go.
Okay.
We've also messed around with the camber a little bit as well.
Okay.
A couple aftermarket parts in it to get us to about -3 degrees in the front and -2.5 in the rear.
Right.
Which just makes the car handle amazingly. Not that it doesn't before, but
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of aggressive alignments, aggressive wheel fitments. I like it when my cars are raw and aggressive, especially if it's not a daily driver. If it's a weekend car where you're getting out to enjoy it, make it as enjoyable as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
amazing.
totally
It's a
agree.
good-looking car. Where is it? Did you manage to get parking in this lot? Or
No, not
it's
in
crazy
this lot,
here.
but I'm parked kind of sort of on the side of the road somewhere.
Okay.
I think.
Nice.
Now, are you tracking this?
Yes, we had it out to the track 5 times last year.
Wow.
Which is,
So the 6,000 kilometers is a hard
They're
one.
well earned. Yeah.
you know what, maintained well, but also driven well.
Yeah,
Right.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Well, listen, thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. We'll cut off. We'll jump back in when we catch someone else walking by.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Thanks,
Perfect
Oscar.
time.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much
it,
for
man.
having us,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, you
Go
got
give
it.
Great to meet you.
Joss Parts a follow on Insta.
Yeah, exactly.
so much.
Okay, we're back. Here's another face we've all seen running around. We've seen him many times when we've been here.
Yeah, he's putting the steps on today.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
definitely are putting the
I know.
miles in. Marlon,
can't tell, though.
tell us your title here. You are the
I am the general manager of
General
Hagerty
manager.
Garage and Social.
Nice. Okay.
Welcome.
Okay, nice. So tell us give us the 2-minute pitch on Hagerty Garage and Social here in Burlington.
We are pretty much a private club that consider us a golf club for car guys.
Okay.
So we're a private facility. We have about 170 members.
Yeah.
We're under the Hagerty Insurance umbrella.
Okay.
So there's 4 of these clubs in North America. We're the only one in Canada.
Right. Okay.
And we provide storage. We have full social, so food and beverage.
Okay.
And we do all kinds of events under the automotive umbrella.
Okay.
And then things like tastings, whiskey tastings, special dinners.
Right, okay.
And other types of events.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And are you a membership full always kind of place, or what's the?
We're still accepting members.
Okay.
We have about 175 members.
Okay.
What do you think's the max?
We're going to cap at about 300.
Okay.
Okay, so
yeah.
so
yeah.
lots of room.
We got
Yeah.
space.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. And how
Definitely.
many years you guys been here now officially?
Well, Hagerty took us over in 2021.
Okay.
We were previously privately owned.
Yes.
The gentleman who owns the facility out front built this from scratch.
Okay.
It was going to be a little private club for his boys after track
Wow,
day. They were
nice.
They were going to come in and hang out, and then guys got in his ear, said, "Why don't you turn it into a club?"
I love that.
And it became this monstrosity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on the average day here, Monday to Friday, how many people are hanging out here?
It can vary anywhere from 10 to 300.
Okay.
So it's a big variation.
I think the 4 of us can dream that we'd like to hang out here on a Tuesday,
We'd
right?
love to have
Absolutely. Yep.
You're our target market. It's
Well, so
And
thanks for
can-
hosting.
Can we talk about some of the features you have here, the facilities?
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So, other than upstairs, we have full dining. So we have a wonderful chef. He's rewarded chef. He's phenomenal.
Okay.
So dining, we have a boardroom upstairs. We have a private bourbon lounge. We have
Nice.
the golf sims, racing sims.
Yeah.
And then we have the full theater. So we do all the F1 races here. We get a big turnout for all
Ah,
the races.
nice, okay.
And any other big motorsport events we do.
And
Yeah,
obviously car storage.
And car storage
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So we're limited space-wise. We have about 70 spots. We're a little over capacity at the moment. but
Okay, yeah.
We do take in, because of the limitation, we do make people commit to annual.
Right, okay.
So
yeah,
they're
yeah.
in here. They get the spot for the season, or for the year, sorry.
Okay.
And then we are looking at lifts in the future. So.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay, got
that
it.
makes
Okay,
sense.
yeah. This space would look awfully cool with about 4 cars stacked above
It-
all the other
it
ones.
would
It would
be
look
a
pretty
lot.
darn cool.
It certainly would.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's a very cool space. I mean, we're thankful for you to host it. So, I mean, look at all the people here. It's
Yeah,
crazy
no, we're
in
glad
this
to have you.
place.
It's a great
Yeah,
turnout.
it's a
Anytime
great
we
event.
partner with Autostrada, it's a
Yeah,
big
awesome,
one.
awesome. Any other questions for him before we let him get back to work?
No, he's a busy man.
Yeah,
he
you
is
got to
a busy
run. You
man.
got to run.
No, I
Thanks
appreciate
for the
you guys
time,
for
man.
having me.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
got it. Okay,
Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
See ya. We're back again. Caught a familiar face. You and I met a few days ago. Everybody, Rob.
Hello.
Rob,
Hello.
nice to meet you.
Tell us
Hi,
who you are,
everyone.
man.
I'm
You're
Rob
on-
Anzit from
Yes.
St. Catharines, Ontario, content creator, marketing agency owner.
Nice.
And I just recently purchased a Porsche 911 996.
Wow,
Nice.
awesome. Good
Welcome to the
start.
club.
Yeah.
Okay, tell
I
us
think
about
we have
it.
that here.
Give us
Yeah.
all the detail.
Oh, all the deeds?
Where you
do
bought it?
Where do you want me to start? 'Cause this
well,
is a
you know,
long
Well,
start.
your history.
In 2 minutes.
Why did you want a Porsche?
Yeah, great question. So I've been driving classic cars for so long, and I really started with the Euro cars. So E30, E36, E46, E39.
Love it.
My old man has an E30 still, and sure enough, I go through all the classic cars, and just the community, I think, of Porsches and me photographing them as well, too. I'm just like, oh, there's something cool about this. Then buddies of mine are like, hey, if you're interested, the 996 is a good market to start in, for one, or a Cayman, for what you have for a budget, around 30K. And here are the keys to mine. Take them out for a couple days, see if you love it.
That's a good friend.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's a great
That's a
friend.
very
Yeah.
good friend.
Like,
Keep that guy.
Not many Porsche owners do that.
that wasn't
saying.
just one friend, by the way. That was 2 friends
Wow.
being like, "Hey, if you like this one, drive mine too."
Oh,
for a
nice.
couple days. So
Wow.
I had a buddy's 996 for a whole week.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Just enjoy it, drive it, see if you really fucking love it."
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And sure enough, I'm like, "Holy fuck!" Everything after. Am I allowed to swear on this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's too late. Cool. It's too late. You can't bleep those out.
We won't.
Yeah. Everything after 5,000 RPM, I'm like, "Oh, this is an addiction of a drive. Like,
Yeah.
what a car."
Yeah, yeah.
And sure enough, so I went 7 months of looking for a 996. And then I started advertising. I used my marketing brain. I'm going to advertise it saying I'm looking for a 996 on Facebook Marketplace in Kijiji. And sure enough, I got bombarded
Oh, I
by
bet you have
guys.
so many.
Right when peak, like winter season, guys are like, well, it's in my garage, so you have to wait until the season. I'm like, dude, I'm not
course.
waiting. I have cash now. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
It's burning
Let's
a hole in
fire
my
it up.
pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's find some quick. Sure enough, a guy in Vancouver Island was like, hey, I have one. I haven't listed it. I just bought a Chevelle. I need this car out of my garage. So I'm like, okay. I went to go see 7 of them prior to in Ontario. And I'm like, okay, this is a risk. But he sent me all the photos, sent me all the oil changes, kept all the filters.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Did all that, and I'm like, oh man, 140,000 K, 6-speed, black on black, with rare options.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay, if we make this a deal, I'm flying like tomorrow. And he's like, you have until this weekend if we make a deal. I'm like, okay, great. Sent him $1,000 deposit, booked my flight, told my wife, hey, I don't care what snow. This is a crazy winter storm. And 2 days after, that plane flipped.
Yes.
Oh, no.
So I'm freaking out, being like, oh, fuck, I got to go buy this car. Sure enough, I had buddies in Vancouver with Porsches. Hey, we'll pick you up at the airport. We'll go to the ferry, go over the ferry, look at the car. If you love it, pay for it, buy it, ship it back, and bring it home.
Awesome.
Sure enough, I did that within 24 hours. I bought the car.
Nice.
Good for you.
Wild.
Good,
That's
good
a
Porsche.
story.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
thank you.
awesome,
Did you
man.
drive this
Yeah.
thing home from?
No,
you shipped
No,
it?
no,
Okay.
I shipped it. I
Okay.
know.
No,
it,
that's fair.
It was a bad timing for me, too, because the winter, and I don't know, it was a lot of hums and haws because I wanted to experience that road trip.
Yeah.
I wanted to so badly. And guys are like, the roads are awful. Salt is bad. You don't
Yeah.
have winter tires. You're really risking a car that might need an oil change and you're left stranded on
Yep,
something.
Yep.
So $2,500 brought it home.
Oh, that's cheap.
And
Yeah,
I was
that's
really
good.
happy
5
with
days
that.
is a big commitment to drive it across country too, time-wise.
Brand
And in the
new.
winter,
Brand new,
too.
yeah.
Just imagine he's in the middle of Winnipeg and he's like, all right, well, stuck here for 2 to 3
yeah.
days.
I mean,
like,
till
that's
June.
not ideal.
That'd be awful.
I have a 996, and 5-day road trip might be a little aggressive.
Well, we're doing it this
How
October.
sick would it be?
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Oh,
We're
the
doing it
memory would
in
be amazing.
October.
The
We're going
Catskills.
We're going
That's
to
right.
Catskills,
Yeah.
New York.
Okay, so how do I join you guys?
Sure.
Hey,
Done.
yeah.
Fairly easy.
Lock it
Absolutely.
in right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
if my wife is listening, I have something booked in October
We'll
with
pick you up
guys
in
I
Welland.
just met.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Get
Yeah.
this guy a rooftop tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got like a sick A-frame
I'm in.
cottage
Yeah.
house thing. It's awesome.
I'm
Great
in.
content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll pitch a few brands to see.
Yeah,
who
right.
it's
Yeah, exactly.
Continental,
exactly.
if you're listening as well,
Yeah.
hook me up with tires and I'll shoot it all the way there.
The $1 million question: is the IMS been done?
No,
Okay.
That's all right.
All right.
it's at
No,
100.
you're
it's
good.
at 140,000.
Yeah, you're good.
You should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pretty scared about that because all these forums and old guys are like, bro, if you just bought it, do the IMS
I
and clutch.
know.
I'm like, another $6,000 you want me to fork over for something I don't even think is broken?
Yeah.
Like, are you?
And if you look at the IMS, it's only good for like 3 years
Yeah.
when you change it. So what's the difference?
If it hasn't given
That's
you issues by
wild.
now, you probably should be good.
yeah. Oh yeah. It goes like pretty close to right away.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Is really what you get down to. When you get down in the weeds, it goes pretty quick.
And I'm one of those people that, coming from classic cars, where you barely fixed anything, you didn't know there was an engine light, you didn't know anything. I'm driving the piss out of this thing, and I threw my first engine light on yesterday, and I'm like, oh,
Get used to it.
fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
how do I get a scanner right away? Sure enough, it's an O2 sensor. Go to Rock Auto. Done.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's change them all and
Yeah.
just be done with it.
And when did you get this thing? You got it what? Before Christmas? I can't remember. When was it?
February, I
February.
picked it
Okay.
up.
Okay. So how many miles have you done now?
I've only miles. I've
Oh,
only done
kilometers, sorry.
1,400 kilometers.
Okay,
so
it's
far.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but you've
pretty
been
good.
getting out. I've seen pictures of your car at different
Yeah.
events,
So
so I know
much.
you're driving it.
So much.
Are you gonna drive it in the winter?
It came with winter tires. I'm
Yeah.
debating it. Would
You
be
should,
nice.
it's fun.
I mean, it'd probably be wicked.
It is fun.
Yeah.
But
Two-wheel drive?
Two-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rob's
nice.
got that. If I best describe him for our listeners, he's got that glow of a new Porsche owner.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
that glow?
Yeah.
Like it's just
Yeah.
I can
Does
see
it fade?
It's actually
Does it
that
fade
engine
or
light
what?
glow.
Yeah. Dylan likes to call it the engine light glow. Yeah.
The oil smell glow, you mean? Every morning I'm like, oh, okay, am I blowing something? Or why is there that much smoke coming out? It's so new, those frequent, like, occasions where I'm messaging, like, a super famous guy, Brock, in the U.S., and I'm like, dude, there's too much smoke and something's happening. And, like, oh, he's like, stop worrying. You're doing your oil
Just drive
changes every 5,000 K. You're beating the shit out of it when you need to get the revs up, and then you're parking it and fixing it. Like, you're doing more than that car, like, deserves right now. So,
Yeah,
like,
1000%. But you'll get used to the engine light. It just never
oh,
goes
it's
away.
a German car.
Never goes away.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm glad I started with BMWs that broke every day.
There you go.
Yeah.
You
I
can
like
imagine.
that.
You can imagine Dylan winter driving his 996 with the engine light on, and he's warming his hands in front of the engine light, like
Yeah.
just trying to, you know.
Glow.
You winter drive your.
Oh, yeah.
Is it all-wheel drive?
Yeah,
Is
it's a
the
C4.
C4.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
that like?
It's fun. It's good. Yeah,
do you have
I don't
another
daily
car?
it. Yeah, I don't daily it.
Okay.
So we only really take it out in like good snowfalls.
Are you have a Cayman as a daily? Like, are you?
No, I got like
okay.
an F-150.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Of course, he's got an F-150. He's a Canadian.
Yeah.
I have an OBS.
Like, it's what they do.
I have an OBS
Oh,
as
there
a
you go.
daily, a 98 OBS.
Okay.
No rust, 390,000 K.
Wow.
Wow.
I fucking love that thing.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
that's
tuck
awesome.
my ATC Honda 3-wheeler in the back. I just feel
Sweet.
It's like a car show car truck that I can drive anywhere too.
Sweet.
So it's kind of cool. It's slammed.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
but,
I dig
yeah.
And did you bring it here? It's here somewhere.
I brought my 996.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's parked way back there.
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Lucas
yeah,
is
'cause-
like, park it in the front. I'm like, I feel like
no.
a peasant. Like, compared to
I don't
all
know why
these
you would feel that way
things.
out in that
But
parking
it's,
lot.
it's
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
home.
Oh
You're
my
in
God.
the gated lot.
Are you in the gated
No,
lot?
I'm like
okay.
3 lots. I
Okay,
ride so
okay.
early. I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
I'm one of those guys. I don't want, like, it's a sick car. I love it, but I also
But
am
it's
like,
fun to drive.
I drive it.
Yes.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
going to the PCA event.
Oh right.
After
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
today.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah.
there
So I
a
think
poker run thing today?
No, it's just the shift.
the-
it's like a
shift
swap
into
meet,
spring
Oh, I
thing.
saw
spring in
that
the
yeah.
shift.
last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
bunch
yeah.
of emails bombarding. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm a new member. How cool is it? Let's find out.
Yeah.
Well, you always say they're really good events.
They are. I was at the shift in the spring a couple of years ago when I was a new member. I wouldn't go back. Just
See?
Oh,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
just the rallies
okay.
are good.
But
then.
it's a
Yeah.
nice day for a drive.
It's a
There
nice
is a
drive.
few guys that said, like, your style and who you are, you will
Yeah.
not
Oh,
mesh
yeah, that makes
well.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
It
like,
was
cool.
just wasn't as busy as I thought. It wasn't many cars.
We're
to
just
see.
cut.
Cooper cab.
Yeah.
Coupe?
Sorry? It's a coupe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Coupe, sunroof.
He's got those nice.
Nice.
I don't know
Is
the
your
name of the
button
wheels.
in the headrest yet? Or in the,
it's jammed a few times.
Yeah.
I love it.
yeah. We're talking about that on the way down.
Yeah, I love it. I'm like, okay, I hope this works. Okay, no, it didn't. Let's do it again. Okay, let's.
You
do
guys
it
are getting
one
into the
more time.
weeds on 996ing here. That's pretty.
Yeah, what do you want
specific.
to talk for specs? I have X74 suspension too that came with it.
Yep.
The Porsche exhaust, sport exhaust.
Oh, that's
with
quite
the,
rare on
That
996.
is,
button.
yeah, that's pretty rare.
Yeah, and then it has different spec options too. The aero side skirts.
Okay.
Yeah, just a few options. Whoever built it, I'm doing this. I think we were talking about VIN number specs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I gotta
VIN
do
analytics.
But
Yeah,
whoever built it, feel like they built it for speed, which is kind of cool, or like a sporty.
Yeah.
And then also has like Bose speakers, Alcantara roof. So I feel like they
Awesome.
added
Cool
like
things.
some cool.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
like-
didn't know that shit until I bought it. and
Ours
guys
are,
like,
that's pretty close to mine then, actually.
Yeah?
To be honest with you, yeah.
What color is yours?
Lapis blue.
Oh, sick. Oh yeah, these rare colors.
I gotta go see this thing. It sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, where is this thing?
And
Yeah.
your car, I don't know the name of the wheel that's on your car, but you have that like kind of nice 5-spoke. I don't know what it is from.
I just
996
changed
Gen.
it.
You changed it
I
already?
changed it to twist.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
now I really got to see
Yeah,
it. Okay.
I changed it to twist, but they're
Okay.
not OEM because they wouldn't fit because of how wide they are. So
Okay.
I went with a non-OEM.
Okay.
A guy had winter tires on them, mint condition, and then put a 20 mil spacer in the front to push them out.
Okay.
And it sits
Yeah,
like
yeah.
super
Oh,
flat.
nice.
Nice.
No, I really
Yeah, we'll
wanna
go
see
find it.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
But we'll
I
be
did
able
it
to find
drastically. Yeah, my car's
like
gonna.
that.
I'm looking for a taco. Anyone out there listening to this again? Taco wing.
They're hard to find.
Yeah.
For less than $600
Yeah,
USD. Please message me.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Coilovers, BC coilovers, whoever else out listening.
So what are you doing here today, man? You're gonna take a bunch of photos. You're gonna fly the drone. You're gonna.
Yeah, so today I'm doing my first vlog ever on YouTube, which
Okay.
is kind of
Nice.
cool.
Okay,
So
nice.
starting
Cool.
at this.
Yeah.
Some photos as well too.
Yeah.
Fly the drone, and then I'm just gonna hopefully drive the car for a couple hours.
Nice.
and
Shout
head
out
back
your
home.
account on there.
Yeah,
on
give us your
YouTube and
Instagram
and
account.
Yeah,
whatnot.
my Instagram, every handle on social is my first name, last name, Rob Anzit, ROBANZIT. Reach out to me if you have any questions about Porsches. I don't know enough, but I'm here to support you,
he's a
motivate
good chat.
you.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And
Get you
if
to
you're
spend money.
interested,
Yeah.
And if you want to spend money and support me too, then go ahead.
Yeah.
Hit
Yeah.
my
Everybody
channel
wins.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Smash that like button. as they say.
Exactly. That's a good line.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Rob. Appreciate
Thanks,
the time,
guys.
man.
I appreciate
yeah.
it, guys.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thanks.
See ya.
Cheers.
All right, fellas. I think that was a lot of good conversations today. It's sort of starting to clear out. There's some, maybe feels a little less loud.
Well, this room seems to be, but
Yeah.
from what we hear outside is
Oh,
chaos.
it's a wild place.
Still
I've just
mayhem.
come from there. It's
Yeah.
it's another desert of people. It's crazy.
Any guess on how many cars so far?
There's got to be
Like,
a couple hundred.
couple
yeah.
hundred. I
Couple
mean, there has
Well,
to
I
be.
mean, we haven't even walked down the
500
road.
people probably.
We're
Easy.
surrounded by parking lots, and they're all full.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed to admit this, but right outside the front door, there are 2 LaFerraris that I didn't even know were there. That's how long I've been indoors.
Yep.
I don't even hear them. I didn't hear them nor ever see them.
We do
Yeah.
need to go do a couple more laps.
We
'cause
do,
there's
so we
lots
got to
see.
wrap this
It's
up.
not easy to do a lap in this place.
No.
It's busy.
It is.
Let's make sure we mention Autostrada and Hagerty Garage and Social for having us.
Yep.
We really appreciate that. They loaned us this wonderful tablecloth that we managed to spill some donut on.
It's a pastry of some sort. But
Yeah,
That's okay. It'll
it's
wash.
just a pastry spill. They won't. I don't think they'll notice.
We'll
No.
get it Shaunatized.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right.
And we'll try to get this episode up as soon as possible, just so everyone has a perspective of some of the people we were able to chat with, which I think are some very cool people.
Very cool.
Interesting
Absolutely.
guess.
Yeah, you could easily do a full episode with every single one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
for sure.
Anything else you guys want to drop in here?
No,
we're
just
good.
you.
Yeah,
thanks for listening,
Thanks for
everybody.
having us. Thanks for listening.
You got it. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.